Guys, you already know what it is. You know the drill. You know the drill. You know the drill. We're not here because of Crow. We're not here because of Crayon. Even though, let me know in the comment section below if you guys want a K-Ron guide, because I don't think I ever did a K-Ron guide. It's kind of crazy. And then there's a bunch of new crazy finagle jangle but jingle jingle stuff that's out there, you know what I'm saying? But we are here because no, not you. Sinful Angelica is here. Also, I haven't done a Spectre Tenebria guide. Let me know if you want that either. Let me know what you want, because there is a fun little event, as you guys know, every day for 7 days, I think it is. There's going to be covenant summons and stuff like that. So that gives me a reason. Whether I can release a video every day or not will be irrelevant, but I will make a video in Epic 7 and try to release it on top of the Final Fantasy stuff. I'm just trying to be Mr. Consistent. So if you guys want some of that, let me know in the comment section below. Give me a character, K-Ron or Spectre Tenebria, because we are already going to go over right now, because you read the title, Sinful Angelica. Alright, here we are, and if you guys don't know why we do, you don't even have the character, how can you do a guide? Because I'm really smart. Look at that Rowena guide and tell me what everybody and their mom is doing on their showcase videos. I'm just saying, I know multiple ways to build a character, whether or not I have the character, whether or not I've tested the character, whether or not I've seen underneath their shirt, which I know a lot of you would be like, let me, you pervert. Fucking pervert. Anyway, let's get down to the nitty gritty. This is Sinful Angelica. Ooh, what was that accent coming out of me? Angelica? Angelica? Alright, so she's a really cool character, very well designed, but let's check out the preview stats of this. Go boom, shka boom, and we're gonna be looking at these stats. Health 42, 48. Speed is 108, which is not that bad. I think that's, you know, that's not the worst thing you've ever seen, right? Effective resistance looks like it's going, ooh, look at that. You see, we click on, well, click off then on, and you can see what goes up and what goes down. So she does get speed from her awakening, but that effect resists 30% of this. Looking pretty good to get 30% effect resistance pretty much for free just before awakening the character. I like that. The HP seems a little bit low, but let's go and compare her to her counterparts, her cohorts. Now here we go. So as you guys can see here, we're looking at the leveling page. It just gives us a quick snapshot of characters around that HP. So I already have it filtered to Soul Weavers and the highest HPs. As you can see, Destina, Shooting Star Arcades, regular Angelica, Ruel of Light, or you know, these are the high, and they actually added Rowena, so like I said before, she's like right there. She actually has the same stat line as Ruel of Light, which is, you know, kind of a little worrisome, concerning some. So the HP for Sinful Angelica is 42-48. So as you can see, she's kind of down here. She actually has the same, oh, this is a wronger disc. So it actually matches up with Aether. That's a little concerning. But you can see that there's a good mixture of 3 stars and 4 stars. You have even Hazel, which might be a little bit jaded because she has 8 Awakening. But Elson, Elson even has higher HP. You know, she doesn't have the highest HP. She has the same as Aether, which is very funny in its own right. Does that make her doo-doo though? That would be the question. Let's look at these skills.
Don't talk to me.
So as you can see, she got a little swag in her. She got a little swag in her step. So here we go. First off, well, the moves should look exactly the same, right? We have the S1. Attacks with a staff with a 65% chance to decrease attack for 1 turn. When the caster is immortal, triggers a dual attack from the ally with the highest attack. Super cool of this. You know, obviously 100% chance. You can soul burn it. And it's gonna look like a regular S1.
Can I go home after I kill this one?
Wow, that was just, it was like Angelica, and then she just like went to 1,000. Can I go home? Because regular Angelica's, oh, I don't want to be here, I'm so lazy. And she's like, can I go home after I kill this one? Like, okay, calm down, baby girl. All right, so if you want to soul burn it, that's a pretty good soul burn because it guarantees an attack break, which attack break, as I said, is one of the better debuffs in the game. It lowers the damage straight up of a character. It's one of the ones that I do like. That hit chance is pretty good. As you know, you got to look through the rest of the nitty gritty to find where the immortality comes from, which I think is just the S3 if I'm not mistaken. Let's read the S2 anyway. Soul Harvest. When the caster is immortal, enemies cannot be revived and all allies recover health every time an enemy dies. Amount recovered increases proportional to the target's max health. Recovery effect can only be activated once per turn. So as long as she is immortal, ain't nobody coming back alive. Well, just the enemies, which is nice. That would have been like a double-edged sword, like your characters also got included into that. And what's also pretty cool is that your allies get an AoE heal, so she has an AoE heal when a character dies. Now, obviously that would be something that needs to be showcased to see how strong that is, but it's really not that important. In PvP, it's really not that important, because what you're looking for in PvP is for her to just pretty much be the anti-revive. That's what she's there for. In other circumstances, when every time an enemy dies, it's more or less going to be for PvE stages, really. But in PvP, if the healing is good enough, especially if you Molagora it up, that's where you're going to see people say, hey, it's really worth it. You snipe a target, or you eventually kill something because it's very difficult to kill, and you get a fat stack heal. But even if you get that fat stack heal, you need to, like I said, recovery effect can only be activated once per turn, so you need to, stagger your killings a little bit. You must be a little bit more patient, my murderer friend. So you have to kill something, she needs a turn, and then you can kill something again, and you'll get your healing. But like I said, the healing aspect of it is not that important. The reason why everyone was like, goo goo gaga, gaga ooh goo goo goo, is because she has anti-revive pretty much permanently as long as she has immortal, and then we'll go find every character in the game that has immortal. So she can give it to herself, obviously, with the Dark Salvation. Whips up a vortex of darkness and loathing, granting immortality to the caster for 2 turns. Grants increased attack and speed to all allies except for the caster. She's like, yo, I don't need that stuff, which is true. The slower that she is, at least for that aspect of it, is better, because you want her to keep that immortality while the rest of your goons, allies, kill and slash and wreck havoc all day, and you're just sitting there like, looks good, looks good. You think darkness was your ally? Like, I wish there was a Bane voiceover for Angelica. I was born in darkness, because it's funny because that people thought she was a little piece of shit, so I guess it fits. Let's look at this animation.
Sometimes darkness can become your light.
Aww.
I hate getting hurt.
That's funny. Which, it's even funnier because if she's immortal, it's like you're wasting all your attacks, and that'd be a really good quote. So now, if I had an ally with me, I would S1 them to death in the highest attack, which is very easy to manipulate when it comes down to team building. Who do you want attacking with her? Pick a character that is going to benefit from extra S1s, or just pick it's just an extra attack, so it doesn't. Sometimes you don't have to have that much synergy. But I would like a character that has a defense break, or something like Luna, where they benefit greatly from constantly getting extra S1 attacks off, things of that nature. So I'm really excited for this character, and I'm sure a lot of people are. It just adds a lot of fun to team building, and the more characters like this that come out, it's just what it needs to be. It's just what it needs to be, man. As I mentioned before, there are other characters that can give Sinful Angelica a lovely little immortality boost, and this is another character, Shooting Star Arcades. Her speed is 88, so she's definitely not the best character to do it. It's not the one that you're looking for, but she does have a way to grant a dead ally, so you can actually bring her back with immortality, or if she's already alive, you can actually give her immortality and 2 random buffs, and even soul burn it. So kind of okay, it's just not I don't know, you don't really see her that often, even though she is one of the revivers of the game, so she's annoying and pesky. I do like her S3 because it's not a heal, so it is a HP balance, so it's a nice little way to kind of like get around unhealable if you're dealing with a stage that has unhealable. But yeah, I mean, that's why you don't see her that often, honestly. She just doesn't bring that much to the punch, but maybe those two together might be the most annoying thing that you've ever seen in your life. Now you're probably thinking, oh, that's kind of trash. There's no other way besides this, slightly mediocre character. And I'm like, no, there's actually another way that you can get your lovely Sinful Angelica immortality.
Give me the loot! Give me the loot!
That's right, you guessed it, from stealing it from other people that might have Immortality. Now there are a couple other characters that have Immortality. One of the most popular ones, I think that's in the meta right now, would be like Kayron. Kayron has Immortality, and any buffs, it really does not matter. Your girl ML Rin is in the building to steal it for the homies.
I've been robbing motherfuckers since the slave ship.
And you know, with all these crazy buffs coming out, there's now a revive character that puts the revive buff through Roanna. Now it's like, wow, I can actually put a revive buff on my team, and then now you can pick ML Rin and be like, wow, I can now steal your buff and have a revive buff for my team. But now you can steal people's immortality, which was always a possibility, but now there's extra functionality. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's the eye catcher. The S2 steals 2 buffs and granting those buffs to your entire team, which is insane. So I think that you will see a resurgence of ML Rin pretty soon, just because of the ability to steal a buff from your team is great. Now, as you see here, let's go back before we talk about LAKEY. We're talking about LAKEY, right? So LAKEY, as you can see, she doesn't actually have anything that scales off of anything, not HP. Everything is pretty much gonna scale off her attack, which we already know that attack is looking pathetic. So, you know, you're just gonna have to build her to survive. That's all you really want. You can be like my Lilius here, just HP all day, every day. But obviously, you're not gonna run too many characters that are gonna like give her immortality. You're gonna want her to be fast. You're gonna probably run speed and then something else, most likely immunity. I would think that that's what most people are gonna gear for. Speed, because obviously it's going to give her a little bit more boost the faster that she is. She doesn't necessarily need to go first, but she needs to go early enough that if you're trying to nuke down Arbiter Vildred and things of that nature, you're going to need her to get her immortality buff up. Once her immortality buff is up, you can go on a killing spree. It does not matter. But she needs that first. She needs to S3 before you do all your nukes and bursts and cleaves, and then you should be fine. What's nice about this is that there's actual counterplay to this, is that a person that's actually running a revive-esque team now has to think, oh well, I need speed or so I can go first or something like that, and deny that character, especially if we're talking RTA. Or you can go super slow, tanky, and then not have to worry about your characters dying. So I do like the meta game balance that's happening here, but I'm still thinking speed. You can maybe go with HP set, but I think most of the time you're gonna see speed and immunity, just so maybe she has, if you can stun her, then she's not S3ing. You're not running anything that's gonna give her mortality, most likely. So I think that that's going to be the best thing that you can do. Here we go again with that funky donkey Soul Weaver artifacts. I mean, it's crazy. Now, what's very interesting to note is that as we saw the skills, we just went over the skills. The only way that this character is giving heals in any capacity is if a character dies. So while if there's some type of standstill or tanky versus tanky, she's not healing. She's gonna sit there and just pretty much be doing a bunch of dual attacks all day by having immortality, and then dual attacks will happen. Idol's Cheer will always still be one of the best options for any Soul Weaver. So yeah, they're trying to focus down Angelica, and then you just say, hey, well, I'm just gonna, every time you try to kill me, if it doesn't work, or especially if I have immortality, especially if there's AoE, I'm gonna give combat readiness push to my highest attack unit, who I'm also dual attacking with on the weekends, you know? Stella Harper is not that bad. I actually should have mentioned it for Roanna as well. For a character that does not have any dispelling, or if you're worrying about hitting hit with debuffs, it's a nice way to soak up a lot of damage and still actually cleanse without having to take a turn. That's what's really good about a character that's really slow. It's really good for slower characters. Celestine gives her a more consistent heal because she is going to be run somewhat fast, and it allows her to constantly attack and do some type of healing without having to worry if you're getting kills quick enough. But I do feel like you are running a lot of damage with her, not on her specifically, but on your team if you're looking for an anti-revive unit. I like Water's Origin just because of the combat readiness thing. They try to kill her, if they pass that threshold, she gets a nice little heal, and she also gets combat readiness just to give her turns, give her a little bit more turn cycling. Now with Molagoras, I didn't really mention this. I know I show it, but I didn't mention it. Is that on the Molagora, you can get this down to 4 turns. So it begs me to think about the prosthetic candlestick. Reason being is that it was kind of ran on the other Angelica too. Sometimes you would see people run it, if you got the 40% proc, guess what? Guess what, mother? You know, she kept healing like crazy if she got the proc after tanking a decent amount of damage. Now, the slight difference here is that, you know, you kind of want to usually run it on a tanky character, and her HP, her base HP is a little bit low. This is gonna be more of a tech for your very big tanky Sinful Angelica if you can run it, if you think you can run it. But again, if you're running this, you're running no healing outside of characters dying, so it would be a little bit weird. But I definitely wanted to mention it as the fact that, you know, you're rushing your ult, you use the ult, and then if you get 1 or 2 procs from this thing, especially even on a faster Angelica, Sinful Angelica, you're gonna actually, you know, be able to cycle these turns. And I think that that's something that can't be ignored, that this character keeps having immortality and still providing that greatness, which is the dual attack and all that fun stuff. Of course, cards like Proof of Valor is also a really good one as well, something that just likes to take less damage and gives her more survivability. And that, my friends, I think is it. What do you guys think about the guy? And if there's any other helpful insight that you guys want to drop in the comment section below, feel free to. We are going to go into our summons and have some fun that way. We've been really good at this. We can, as you can see here, we have a Moonlight summon here. We also have saved up one, and we got a couple here. We're gonna be saving our bookmarks because I didn't show it because it happened off video. We got that Roanna, baby, yes. And as you can see, within a couple of days, I literally maxed her out. All I have to do is, oh, I gotta just finish this awakening actually. I have so much resources, you guys have no idea. So we don't need to summon our Roanna banner anymore. Let's get into it. Let's see what we get for the 10. See if we have any good luck here. Ooh, 1 yellow spark in the building. Let's see what we got. Ooh, left side. Artifact of this. Albastron. Interesting. This is the new one that was on that Kisei banner. Increases the cast. Okay. Increase the caster's effectiveness by 35%, has a 25% chance to increase speed for 1 turn. That sounds like depression. Like, that's a 5-star artifact? I don't know about that, Chief. But I don't want to get shafted again, because last time I was like Alexis Basket, I was like, the old Alexis Basket, I think I foddered one because I was like, there's no way you'd ever use this. And then they changed it, and I was like, damn. Gotta keep 1 copy at all times, man. You never know. See, I don't like doing that for heroes, because if they change a hero, it's like whatever. But for artifact, I feel like it's not that big of an hassle. It's actually not that big of a hassle for a hero, but I hate looking in my box and seeing useless heroes like, oh, what are you doing here? You need to pay some rent. Ah, 4-star, another dingo, Jesus. Really good character though, but he seems like he needs more investment than you want to put into a character. Or is that just me? It's probably just me. Alright, nothing on our lovely 10, but that's perfectly fine. You'd be insane to think you were going to actually get something from these lovely people. So as you can see, we're winding down, and I think that if I were to really put my mind to it, I wouldn't really mind getting Spectre Tenebria from this and getting my thing reset. That wouldn't be too bad. Older character, but a really cool character at that, and I kind of like Tenebria. So, ooh, starting straight off with the yellow swag, and we don't have Ludwig either, so getting Ludwig would be nice too. I thought he was about to come out like, yeah, you right, okay. I can give that to my Bloodblade Karen, get her lovely thing maxed out. Ooh, another one. All right, it's a good day. We're playing like pretty much after the reset. Silver Rain. I still only know like what, like 2 characters that can use this. It's so weird. More like 1 character. So if we see purple in the back, it's a wrap. Excitement immediately had. Cartuja, I think that might be Triple S now. And then I can start working on Assassin Cartuja. Last one. No dice. No dicey this. You hate to see it happen, or for some people they like to see it happen. So we got this one, and then I gotta go into the shop and get the other one. But you know, maybe it's just one and done, you know? Nope, gotta go in the shop. Damn it, Gerardo.
What do you think?
I think you're scamming me. Alright, last but not least, this is our destiny. This is our destiny. Cause she should, wait, I'm like pulling these things, but I'm pretty sure she's in here, right? There she is, Sinful Angelica. All right, so there's a possibility. So you're saying there's a chance. And you know, I want to increase my Moonlight Nat 5 collection, you know? Ooh. Oh, you heard all that extra sound effects? Automatic 4-star though. ML Crozet.
Pleased to meet you. I'll go wherever I'm needed.
He has that weird buff, right? So does that, and this is the thing, grants class enhancement to allies. It's just so weird. But pretty much he has like a built-in Aureus, and then he has a, what is that, chance to stun on the S1, and the S1 it goes up to 40%, and then if you soul burn it, it's 100%. So you get like a pretty much like a guaranteed stun, which is, I do like that. That is something you can't underestimate. You can also run him on counter, and a 40% chance to stun is pretty crazy. And also he has his own built-in counter. He's not that bad of a character, and you know, so we got a new character, which is what you always want out of that. But this is an unwellable character, Sinful Angelica. For those that get it, congratulations. It's really hard to get a Moonlight 4 in this game. A Moonlight 5 is actually attainable. If you wanted this, you can legitimately whale out or be in a really good guild and you will get it. But the 4 stars, you know, it's a special club. So I'm happy I have ML Rin. I'm happy I have the ML 4 stars that I do have. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I said before, if you want to see me cover Spectre Tenebria or Kayron, let me know. I gotta do some type of video every day because I want to do 10 summons on video, but I want to do it in another video that's also going on. I don't want to just do the summons. So let me know. But just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.